Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the monthly energies for the month of August 2018 for those of us born in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. My Sagittarian family members always send me the nicest comments, and so I thank you very much in advance, and I want to make sure that this reading is really good and juicy for you. Okay, Sagittarius, the spirit guide has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times and directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so, with your kind permission, may I begin an interpretation of the sacred tarot for the month of August 2018. Sagittarians, you are being guided by some type of divine order as you move into this reading cycle. So you're being guided by divine order. And even though you're going to come to a place where you're going to be doubting and you're not going to be able to see your way necessarily totally clearly. Like, in other words, you're not going to see the whole picture, but you are being guided by a divine light during this time cycle. Right now, I see you holding on to money, and that is an important thing. It's important for you to hold on to your money, become more money conscious, work on a budget and a plan. That's very, very important. You are waiting for something to come in. You are waiting for something to come your way. You are waiting for some blessing, and it is on its way. I'm going to see if I can get some more clarity in a few moments. Spirit is saying that we want you to move on and not look back. We want you to move on and stop going back and repeating the same mistakes that you used to repeat, right? In other words, you go through this cycle, and many of us do, and we keep repeating the same mistakes until we learn our lesson. So, Sagittarius, you're being asked and advised to stop going back to the same old type of energies that you used to deal with. Right now, you're heading for a place of peace. You're heading for a place where you don't want any conflict, and you're trying to find the most peaceful route to that destination. And you are going to find it if you listen to your spirit, if you listen to your intuition. Right now, you're going to be doing some untraditional or non-traditional things. This is not going to be a time right now for marital commitment. For many of you, this will definitely resonate, and for others it'll be slightly different. But the idea is that this is not a time for commitment, marital commitment. You're dealing with some issue, and there's going to be some kind of a breakup or disturbance in the collective, in the family unit, in the boyfriend girlfriend, but it has to do with a commitment. This is not going to be the time for a commitment. I do see you, though, coming up nicely. I see you coming up nice and strong in your reading. I see you coming up with a lot of confidence, a lot of energy, a lot of clarity. I like that. As an overall energy, the overall energy as far as your long term goes, you're going to come to a place of self-doubt. You're going to come to a place of doubt this month where you're going to doubt what you're doing and why you're doing it. Perhaps you're dealing with some new things, and it looks like as you're dealing with some new things, the struggle is going to present itself. Don't give up. What you need to do, though, is to listen to your gut. Listen to that feeling inside. Some of you are trying to avoid listening to your spirit guide, and that's not a good thing to do. Some of you are getting the hunches and getting the ideas and getting those gut feelings, but you're not following up on them. You're letting your other side of your nature run ahead of you. We need to calm it down a little bit, slow it down a little bit, and let's use our spiritual intellect. Okay, Sagittarians? This is going to be a very emotional time for you during this month. You're going to be dealing with some emotional issues. Nothing bad. I don't see anything bad, but your emotions are going to be at an all-time high. Things that you've been struggling with seems like they're going to turn your way, but it's not going to turn your way immediately. It's not an overnight success. You are going to be coming into a time of celebration. You are going to be coming into a time when you're going to have to be wary and keep your eyes open for dishonesty. And this dishonesty could also be a part of something that you're doing. Like, in other words, it doesn't have to be from somebody else. You might be dealing with a three-way relationship and you might be quite aware of it. It might be something that you are willing and interested in dealing with. Right now, though, love is really, really tricky for you and romance is really, really tricky for you. You're going to be getting all kinds of mixed information and mixed messages. Some of you are getting ready to relocate for absolute sure. Some of you have made up your mind and you've made a decision to move on with your life. And I also see some money that is coming your way. Looks like some money is coming for Sagittarians. You're going to begin to hear some news about money. Once again, I don't see that this is a time for love. I think love might be trying to get your attention, but I don't think you're hearing it. I think there's some frustration going on with regard to your success story. And I think that's where your mind really is. I think this is going to be a time of major change for Sagittarians. It's going to be a time of balancing and putting things back in place where they should be, getting things back in order. It's going to be a little bit of a how shall I say it? It's like a gray time for you. In other words, you're going to be dealing with some clouds, but I think you're going to end up in a place where you're going to see clearly. There's also, once again, another confirming card indicating some money and some assistance is coming for you. Sagittarians, you've been going through a lot, you've been working a lot. There's going to be some peace and a time of like rest for you, but it's still nonetheless a time of change. When I say rest, I mean rest from conflict. Sagittarian family members, I'm going to stop there and I hope that you enjoyed the reading. And if you'd like to come in for a private reading, please book early. Well, book early, book as quickly as possible, I should say, because things are filling up, and that's why this reading is so late. Stay blessed, Sagittarians. Hope to hear from you.